Stop scrolling. That ordinary Washington quarter in your pocket could be worth far more than 25 cents. In today's video, we're uncovering the top 6 most valuable United States Washington quarter-dollar coins, all compared in the same condition, yet carrying dramatically different values in the auction market. These coins may look similar at first glance, but their rarity, minting history, and collector demand can turn them into serious money. If you've ever ignored a quarter, this video might just change the way you see your spare change forever. So let's get started. First up, the 1981 Washington quarter with the D Mint mark struck at the Denver Mint. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another piece of pocket change, especially in circulated condition. But what if I told you that some of these quarters have caught the attention of collectors and have even reached surprising values in the auction market? Stay with us as we explore the fascinating story behind this coin and reveal whether your 1981 D quarter could be worth far more than 25 cents. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin quickly became a staple of American currency. By 1981, the quarter had already undergone several decades of circulation, and the composition had changed from silver to a copper nickel clad following 1965. The 1981 D quarter was produced during a time when mint sets were less widely saved compared to later years, which plays a crucial role in its collectability today. Although millions were minted, high-quality examples are surprisingly difficult to find, especially in circulated condition that still retains decent detail. The 1981 D Washington quarter features the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, with the word, Liberty, above and In God We Trust, inscribed to the left. The date, 1981, appears below, while the small, D Mint mark identifies its origin from the Denver Mint. On the reverse, you'll find a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, symbols of strength and peace. Even in circulated condition, collectors look for coins with visible hair details on Washington's head, clear lettering, and minimal wear on the eagle's feathers. What makes certain examples stand out are minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or weak strikes, which can significantly increase their desirability and value. While the total mintage of the 1981 D quarter exceeded hundreds of millions, rarity is not always about low numbers. In this case, the rarity comes from condition scarcity. Many 1981 D quarters entered circulation and were heavily used, leaving very few in high-grade condition today. This phenomenon is often referred to as a condition rarity. Collectors actively search for well-preserved circulated examples that still display strong details, as well as uncirculated coins with sharp strikes. Additionally, the lack of widespread saving of mint sets during that era has made pristine coins even harder to find, increasing demand among numismatists. In circulated condition, most 1981 D Washington quarters are typically valued between $4 million depending on their wear and overall appearance. However, coins with better than average detail and eye appeal can fetch higher prices, sometimes reaching $4 million among collectors. The real excitement begins when you encounter coins with exceptional preservation or rare mint errors. In auction settings, high-grade uncirculated examples have been known to sell for $4 million, and in rare cases, premium quality specimens have crossed the $4 million mark. Even circulated coins with unique errors can command impressive prices, making every find worth a closer look. If you're searching for valuable 1981 D quarters, always start by examining your pocket change and coin rolls. Pay close attention to details such as the sharpness of Washington's hair, the clarity of the inscriptions, and the condition of the eagle on the reverse. Avoid cleaning your coins, as this can significantly reduce their value. Instead, store them in protective holders to preserve their condition. Learning to mint errors and understanding grading standards can also give you an advantage in identifying coins with higher potential value. Patience is key, as valuable finds often come from consistent searching and careful observation. The 1981 D Washington quarter may seem ordinary at first, but it holds a unique place in the world of coin collecting. Its story is a reminder that rarity is not always about age or mintage numbers, it's often about condition and preservation. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, this coin offers an exciting opportunity to hidden value in everyday currency. Next up, the 1996 Washington quarter with the P mint mark, especially those found in an unusual yellow or golden toned condition. At first glance, this coin may seem like a simple piece of modern currency, but its unique appearance and collector interest can make it far more valuable than expected. Could your 1996 P quarter be hiding a surprising auction value? Let's find out. The Washington quarter has been a part of American currency since 1932, honoring George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin has remained one of the most recognizable pieces in U.S. coinage. By 1996, the quarter was still being produced in large quantities for circulation, with millions struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This was also a significant year, marking the approach to the 50-state quarters program, which would soon transform the series. Despite its high mintage, the 1996 P quarter has gained attention in recent years due to unique variations in condition and appearance. The 1996 P Washington quarter features the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, along with the inscriptions, Liberty, and In God We Trust, and the date, 1996. The P mint mark appears near Washington's ponytail, identifying its origin. On the reverse, the iconic eagle with spread wings continues to symbolize strength and unity. What makes certain 1996 P quarters stand out is their yellow or golden coloration. This unusual tone can result from natural aging, environmental exposure, or chemical reactions within the copper-nickel clad layers. In some cases, this toning creates a visually striking appearance that collectors find appealing. Coins with even, attractive yellow toning and clear details are especially desirable, while those with patchy or artificial discoloration are less valuable. Although the 1996 P quarter was minted in large numbers, rarity often comes from unique characteristics rather than low production. Yellow-toned coins are not commonly found in circulation, especially those with consistent and attractive coloration. Collectors are particularly interested in coins that combine unusual toning with strong detail or minimal wear. The demand increases further if the coin also shows signs of mint errors or exceptional preservation. This combination of factors can turn a common coin into a sought-after collectible, making the 1996 P quarter in yellow condition an interesting find for numismatists. In typical circulated condition, a 1996 P Washington quarter is usually worth between $7 million. However, coins with noticeable yellow toning and decent eye appeal can sell for $7 million among collectors. If the toning is especially vibrant, and the coin retains strong details, values can rise to $7 million or more. In auction settings, high-grade uncirculated examples with unique coloration or mint errors have been known to reach $7 million or even higher. Exceptional specimens with outstanding eye appeal and top grading can sometimes cross the $7 million mark, making them highly desirable in the collector market. If you come across a 1996 P quarter with a yellow tone, examine it carefully under good lighting. Look for even coloration, clear details, and any unusual features that might indicate a mint error. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can remove natural toning and significantly reduce its value. Proper storage in coin holders or albums will help preserve its condition over time. Learning to distinguish between natural toning and artificial discoloration is essential for making informed collecting decisions. With patience and attention to detail, you may discover a coin that stands out from the rest. The 1996 P Washington quarter in yellow condition is a perfect example of how even modern coins can hold hidden value and collector appeal. Its unique coloration, combined with strong demand for distinctive pieces, makes it more than just everyday change. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, this coin reminds us to always look closely at what we have, because sometimes, the most ordinary coins can turn out to be the most extraordinary. Next up, the 1966 Washington quarter, an interesting coin that comes without a mint mark and is often found in a worn, circulated condition. At first glance, It may seem like just another old coin, but its story, history, and potential value in the auction market make it far more exciting than you might expect. Could this worn 1966 quarter in your pocket be worth more than face value? Let's explore. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, with a design created by John Flanagan. By 1966, the United States was facing a major coin shortage, and as a result, the U.S. Mint made a historic decision to remove mint marks from all coins between 1965 and 1967. This means that even though the 1966 quarter was primarily struck at the Philadelphia Mint, it does not carry a P mint mark. Additionally, 1966 was part of the transition period when silver was removed from circulating quarters, and the coin was instead made of a copper-nickel-clad composition. This makes the 1966 quarter an important piece of American numismatic history. The 1966 Washington quarter features the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, along with the inscriptions, Liberty, and In God We Trust, and the date, 1966. The reverse displays the iconic eagle with spread wings, holding arrows and olive branches. In worn condition, much of the fine detail, especially in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, may be faded or smoothed due to years of circulation. However, collectors often look closely at such coins for hidden features like die cracks, off-center strikes, or doubled dies that can significantly increase value. The absence of a mint mark is itself a defining feature of this coin, tied directly to its unique historical context. While millions of 1966 quarters were produced, true rarity comes from condition and special characteristics rather than mintage alone. Most of these coins entered heavy circulation, meaning high-quality examples are much harder to find today. Even worn coins can attract attention if they display unusual errors or strong remaining details. Collectors are especially interested in coins from this no-mint mark era because of their historical significance during the coin shortage period. This demand creates a steady interest in the 1966 quarter, particularly among those building complete Washington quarter collections. In worn, circulated condition, a typical 1966 Washington quarter is generally worth between $9 million. However, coins with better detail, or eye appeal, may sell for $9 million. The value increases significantly if the coin has a rare mint error or is in unusually well-preserved condition despite circulation. In auction markets, error coins or high-grade examples have been known to fetch $9 million or even several $100. Exceptional specimens, especially those graded at the highest levels, can sometimes exceed $9 million, making this coin more valuable than many people realize. If you come across a 1966 quarter, take a closer look before spending it. Examine the coin under good lighting to check for remaining detail, unusual markings, or possible mint errors. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can damage its surface and reduce its value. Instead, store it safely in a protective holder. Learning about coin grading and error identification can greatly improve your chances of spotting a valuable piece. Even worn coins can hold surprising value if they have the right characteristics, so patience and observation are key to successful collecting. The 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark is more than just a piece of spare change, it's a snapshot of a unique moment in American history. Its connection to the coin shortage era, combined with its widespread circulation, makes it both common and surprisingly collectible. Whether worn or well-preserved, this coin reminds us that value isn't always obvious at first glance. Next up, the 1987 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, a coin that many people overlook, especially in worn, circulated conditions. But here's the surprising truth: this particular year holds a unique place in coin collecting, and even a circulated example can spark serious interest among collectors. Could your 1987 D quarter be more valuable than you think? Let's dive in and find out. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, with a design created by John Flanagan. By 1987, the quarter had long been a standard part of American currency, but something unusual happened that year. The United States Mint did not release 1987 quarters into general circulation in the same way as other years. Instead, most 1987 coins, including those struck at the Denver Mint, were only available through official mint sets. This decision makes the 1987 D quarter special, as fewer coins enter everyday use compared to typical years. The 1987 D Washington quarter features the classic left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, along with the inscriptions, Liberty, and In God We Trust, and the date, 1987. The D mint mark appears just to the right of Washington's ponytail, identifying its origin at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, the iconic eagle design remains unchanged, symbolizing strength and national pride. In worn condition, many of the fine details, such as the sharpness of Washington's hair and the feather definition on the eagle, may be faded due to circulation. However, collectors often look for coins that still retain decent detail despite wear. Any unusual features like die cracks, off-center strikes, or doubled elements can significantly increase the coin's value. What makes the 1987 D quarter particularly interesting is its limited release into circulation. Since most coins were sold in mint sets rather than used in everyday transactions, finding one in worn condition today is somewhat unusual. This creates a unique type of rarity not necessarily in total mintage, but in how the coin was distributed and preserved. Collectors are often intrigued by circulated examples because they suggest the coin escaped from a mint set and entered everyday use. This adds a layer of history and uniqueness that drives collector demand, especially for those building complete date and mint collections. In worn, circulated condition, a 1987 D Washington quarter is typically worth between $25,000 million depending on its level of wear and overall appearance. However, because of its limited circulation release, even average examples can sometimes sell for slightly higher prices, ranging from $25 million among collectors. Coins with better detail, strong eye appeal, or minor errors may fetch $25,000 million or more. The real value appears in uncirculated or high-grade examples, which have been known to sell for hundreds of dollars in auctions. In rare cases, top-quality specimens graded at the highest levels can reach $25 million or more, making this coin surprisingly valuable for its era. If you come across a 1987 D quarter, don't spend it right away. Take a close look at its condition and details. Even in worn condition, check for unusual characteristics like mint errors or strong remaining features. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can damage its surface and reduce its value significantly. Proper storage in coin holders will help preserve its condition over time. Learning how to grade coins and rare features will give you an advantage in spotting valuable pieces. Sometimes, the most overlooked coins can turn out to be the most rewarding finds. The 1987 D Washington quarter proves that even modern coins can carry hidden values and fascinating stories. Its limited release into circulation, combined with collector interest, makes it a standout piece in the Washington quarter series. Whether worn or in pristine condition, this coin reminds us that rarity comes in many forms, not just low mintage, but also unique history and distribution. Next up, the 1987 Washington quarter with the P mint mark, an often overlooked coin that carries a surprising story, especially when found in fine condition. While many people assume modern quarters are common and inexpensive, this particular year has a unique twist that makes it highly collectible. Could your 1987 P quarter be worth far more than 25 cents? Let's explore the details and discover its true potential in the auction market. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. By 1987, the coin had become a standard part of everyday American currency. However, that year stands out in numismatic history because the United States Mint chose not to release quarters into general circulation in the usual way. Instead, most 1987 coins, including those produced at the Philadelphia Mint, were sold primarily in official mint sets. This unusual distribution makes 1987 quarters more difficult to find in everyday change, especially in circulated or fine condition. The 1987 P. Washington quarter features the classic left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, along with the inscriptions, Liberty, and In God We Trust. The date, 1987, appears clearly below, while the P Mint mark identifies its origin from the Philadelphia Mint. On the reverse, the iconic eagle design remains a symbol of strength and unity, with detailed feathers and strong lettering. In fine condition, the coin shows moderate wear, but important details such as parts of Washington's hair and the eagle's wings are still visible. Collectors often look for coins that retain sharp lettering and balanced wear, as well as any unusual features like die cracks, off-center strikes, or doubling, which can increase value significantly. The rarity of the 1987 P quarter does not come from low mintage alone, but from its limited release into circulation. Since most of these coins were preserved in mint sets, relatively few entered everyday use. This makes finding one in fine, circulated condition somewhat unusual and interesting to collectors. Many collectors actively seek out these coins to complete their collections, particularly because they represent a unique moment in the U.S. mint history. The combination of limited circulation and collector curiosity has created a steady demand, especially for coins that show attractive wear without heavy damage. In fine condition, a 1987 P Washington quarter typically holds a value between $1,000 depending on its detail and overall eye appeal. Coins with stronger features and minimal marks can fetch $1,000 or more in collector markets. The real excitement, however, lies in higher grade examples and coins with unique errors, which can reach $1,000 in auctions. In rare cases, pristine uncirculated coins graded at the highest levels have sold for over $1,000. Even though fine condition coins are more modest in value, their unique history keeps them desirable among collectors. If you come across a 1987 P quarter, take a moment to inspect it carefully. Look for even wear, clear lettering, and any unusual characteristics that might set it apart. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can reduce its value significantly. Instead, store it in a protective holder to maintain its condition. Understanding grading standards and learning to identify mint errors can greatly improve your chances of finding a valuable piece. Even coins in fine condition can be worth keeping, especially when they belong to a special year like 1987. The 1987 P Washington quarter is a perfect example of how even modern coins can hold hidden value and historical significance. Its limited release into circulation, combined with collector demand, makes it a standout piece in the Washington quarter series. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, this coin serves as a reminder to always look closely at your change. You never know what treasure you might find. Next up, the 1986 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark, often found in what collectors call dirty or heavily circulated conditions. At first glance, such a coin may look worn, discolored, and insignificant. But what if that same coin could hold a story and even a value that goes far beyond its face value? Stay tuned as we break down the history, features, and auction potential of this intriguing quarter. The Washington quarter has been a key part of American currency since 1932, created to honor George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, the quarter has maintained its iconic design for decades. By 1986, the coin was being produced in large numbers to support everyday commerce, with the Philadelphia Mint striking millions of quarters bearing the P Mint mark. Unlike some later years, these coins were widely released into circulation, meaning most examples today show signs of wear, dirt accumulation, and environmental exposure. This widespread usage plays a key role in how collectors view and evaluate them today. The 1986 P Washington quarter features the classic left-facing portrait of George Washington on the obverse, along with the inscriptions, Liberty, and In God We Trust, and the date, 1986. The P Mint mark appears near Washington's ponytail, identifying its origin from Philadelphia. On the reverse, the well-known eagle design symbolizes strength and unity. In dirty or heavily circulated condition, the coin may appear darkened, stained, or covered with years of grime. While this might seem undesirable, collectors often take a closer look because such coins can hide important details. Sometimes, beneath the dirt, there may be strong design elements, attractive toning, or even rare mint errors like die cracks, off-center strikes, or double designs that significantly increase value. Although the 1986 P quarter had a high mintage, rarity in this case depends on condition and uniqueness rather than sheer numbers. Most coins from this year were used extensively, meaning high-quality examples are less common. However, even dirty or worn coins can attract attention if they display unusual characteristics or retain solid structural detail beneath the surface. Collectors are especially interested in coins that show natural toning or hidden features that become visible under proper examination. The demand grows stronger when a coin combines heavy circulation history with a rare mint error or distinctive appearance. In dirty, circulated condition, a typical 1986 P Washington quarter is usually worth between $55 million. However, coins with better underlying detail or interesting toning can sell for $55 million among collectors. If a coin is found to have a mint error or unique visual appeal, its value can increase dramatically, sometimes reaching $55 million or more. In auction markets, high-grade uncirculated examples of the 1986 P quarter have been known to sell for hundreds of dollars, and rare error coins can push values even higher. While most dirty coins are modest in value, the possibility of discovering a rare feature makes them worth examining carefully. If you find a 1986 P quarter in dirty condition, resist the urge to clean it. Cleaning can damage the coin's surface and significantly reduce its value in the eyes of collectors. Instead, examine the coin under good lighting to look for hidden details, unusual markings, or signs of mint errors. Store the coin in a protective holder to prevent further damage. Learning about grading standards and understanding the difference between natural toning and harmful corrosion can help you make better collecting decisions. Sometimes, what appears to be a worn and dirty coin can turn out to be a valuable piece with the right characteristics. The 1986 P Washington quarter proves that even coins in less than perfect condition can hold surprising value and historical significance. Its journey through years of circulation gives it character, while its potential for hidden features keeps collectors interested. Whether it's a simple coin or a rare find with unique traits, this quarter reminds us that treasure can often be found where we least expect it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries and hidden values.